In our society, we often see that a small problem can become a big reason for someone's sadness. But we also see people who handle even big troubles calmly. They don't break down. Instead, they grow their hearts so big that pain doesn't have any space to stay. Today's story will teach us, if you keep your heart small, even tiny problems will make you feel bitter. But if you make your heart bigger, even the hardest times in life will feel easier. So let's try to find a reflection of our own life in today's story. Listen carefully, because this story is not just to hear, it's to think about. Once, there was a young man named Ryan who was very unhappy with his life. He was always feeling down and thought that nothing was going well. One afternoon, Ryan went to a small cafe in his town to have a cup of tea. His mind was full of worry. He didn't have a job, his family was pressuring him, and he was scared about his future. He sat quietly in a corner, holding his cup of tea. At the next table, a few older men were chatting. Even though Ryan wasn't trying to listen, their voices were clear. One of them said, "You know that old man who lives behind the hills? He looks like a normal person, but he's full of wisdom. My son was really struggling, but after talking to that old man, he changed completely." Another one said, "Yeah, people say he can lighten your heart just by talking." Ryan became alert. He thought, my life is falling apart too. If he really says something helpful, maybe I'll feel some peace. That evening, Ryan started walking quietly towards the back of the hills, where people said that wise old man lived. After a long walk, Ryan reached the house and said, "Grandpa, I have many problems in my life. I always feel pain and sadness. Please tell me, how can I be happy?" The wise old man listened carefully without saying anything. Then, without a word, he suddenly walked away. Ryan felt confused, but he waited patiently. After a few minutes, the old man came back holding a glass of water and a small bowl filled with salt. He said, "Take a handful of salt from this bowl and put it into the glass. Then drink the water." Even though Ryan wasn't sure, he followed the instructions. The old man asked, "How does the water taste?" Ryan made a face and said, "It tastes really bad. I can only taste the salt." Then the old man said, "Now take another handful of salt and come with me." They both walked to a nearby lake. The old man said, "Now throw the salt into the lake." Ryan threw the salt into the lake. Then the old man said, "Now take a sip of the lake water." Ryan drank some water from the lake. The old man asked, "How does it taste?" Ryan looked surprised and said, "It tastes fine. I don't taste any salt at all." The old man smiled, placed a hand on Ryan's shoulder and said, "Look, son, pain in life is like pure salt. Not too much, not too little. But how much of that pain we feel depends on how big our heart is. If your heart is like a small glass, even a little pain will make you bitter. But if your heart is like a big lake, even big pain won't affect you as much. The glass and the lake are symbols of patience. If your patience is small, then small problems will feel huge. But if your patience is big, then even big problems won't break you. Everyone has problems in life. There is no one in this world who doesn't face pain. Just like we can't understand the real meaning of happiness without sadness, we also can't learn life lessons without problems. But when we keep thinking only about our problems, life starts to feel full of pain. If just a little salt can make a whole glass of water bitter, then think. If your heart is small, even a small problem will drown you in sadness. So when problems come in life, don't become small like a glass. become big like a lake. Only then will you be able to enjoy a life filled with peace and happiness. If this story helped you in any way, please share it with others. Thank you.